L'chaim v'livracha, to life and to blessings. So there's such a thing as true love. If I love someone because they have great qualities, they're wonderful people, do I really love them? Or do I love their great qualities? How do you love someone? You can love someone's goodness. You can love someone's kindness. You love how devoted they are. What does it mean to love the person? Not a quality of the person, not what the person does. And is that really possible? There's a great divorce rate in the world today is because we're attracted to somebody because they fill us. And because they fill us, they make us feel good about ourselves. So really what we love is what they do for us. But that we really don't love them. It's like the guy that says, I love fish. Guy goes fishing, he says, I love fish. He says, no, you don't love fish. Because then if you love fish, let them stay in the lake. Why are you taking them out of their habitat? Why are you, killing them? Why are you eating them? You don't love fish. You love the taste of fish on your palate. That's what you love. But not fish. So, of course, that's what we mean, but, those words are deceptive. The same thing with people. Do you really love that person? Or do you need that person? That they do things for you that help you in life, fill you in your life. So you need them. So it's not them you love, but what you have from them. And that's why we have over 50% divorce rate. Because at a certain point, I'm not getting fulfilled. I'm not getting filled up with my needs. And therefore, person looks elsewhere. Welcome to Tanya today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zucher Kadesh in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We begin today chapter 32. Chapter 32 in Hebrew is Lamed Beis. Lamed Beis spells the word Lev, heart. We're going to learn the heart of Tanya, which the heart of Tanya speaks about love. Okay, how apropos? So this is like the heart of Tanya. Whoa. We're going to speak about love. Love here is in the reference of loving a fellow Jew. That's the reference point over here. Okay, but it's going to go beyond that, as we'll see. So what we've learned till now is that the real me is my soul. And the one that's kind of getting in the way, that keeps my soul in exile, keeps it in prison, is my body and animal soul. So as a result, all right, the animal soul and the body, not the the physicality of the body. You got to take care of your physical being, but the agenda, or the agenda, the orientation of the body is self-directed. It's all about comfort. It's all about pleasure for yourself, right? So if you bring me pleasure, I like you, right? That notion is something that what we've learned till now, if you've come to the level of abhorring that, having contempt for that agenda, for that orientation, which is a high level, I'll be quite honest, I wouldn't say that I have contempt for that orientation. No, I just ate something, enjoyed it. So it's quite a high level to reach, to again have scorn for the agenda, the orientation of the body, right? Not for the body itself. No, we don't mutilate the body. We don't, do things to. No, not at all. To take care of it, eat properly, right, and the like. But its orientation is not godly at all. So if you scorn that, and what you really love, and what you really find joy in, is your soul. Oh, that is the path to come to the mitzvah of v'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Thank you, Shmuel. That is the path to come to loving a fellow Jew as yourself. Of course, the question: how could you love somebody? How could you love somebody as yourself? How's that possible? So it depends who you are, how you see yourself. If you see myself as I am primarily a bodily being, well, my body feels its hunger. My body feels my animal soul feels the trigger emotionally that I got triggered. I don't feel your trigger, I feel mine from the animal soul perspective. So if that's what's important to me, then guess what? You are you and I am me. And the most we can have is a relationship that how you benefit me. And the moment you don't benefit me sufficiently, the relationship is over. Right? Simple. Simple. If, however, the main thing in my life is my soul, so from the aspect of the soul, if that's my real identity and that's the real me, so when it comes to the soul, all Jewish souls are rooted in above, and who knows who's got a higher soul or a lower soul, right? Firstly, right? Maybe someone else has a greater soul than me, if we're coming from that perspective. Furthermore, the truth is we're all rooted in the divine. All Jewish souls are rooted equally. And that's the notion that we have only one Father, right? One Father, all the children, right? A real Father loves all the children equally. Loves them all equally. Right? So we have one Father in heaven, and we're all rooted in that one Father in heaven. And therefore, says the Alter Rebbe something very interesting. He says, as a result of that, because we have a common root in the one God of Israel, we are called brothers, not figuratively, but in the full sense of the word, literally. Mamish. He has the word mamish. Literally. Most people would say figuratively. But based on this teachings, we're not figuratively related to each other. The soul comes from the same place, my soul and every other Jewish soul, right, of the font of Jewish souls, and therefore we're literally brothers. Right, parenthetically, by the way, you see how Jews take care of each other in a way that no other people take care of each other in the same manner. Right? Why is that? Because of this notion. From the perspective of the soul, we're literally family. We're literally brothers, not figuratively. Right? The only thing that makes us distinct, that's distinctive one from the other, is our body, and not our soul. So again, someone who makes their body the main thing in their lives, in other words, that I take care of when we say bodily needs, we don't mean just eating. Part of the bodily needs is your emotional and psychological well-being. So if I take care of me emotionally, I take care of myself intellectually, all based on the body and the animal soul and its survival needs. Well, survival is only for me. I can't survive for you. You can't survive for me. Right? Just like I can't eat for you, that's not going to help you survive. You got to eat so you survive. I have to eat so I survive. So we're distinctive from that perspective. From that perspective, if that's where we live, right? With the orientation, with the nature of the body and the animal soul that lives for itself, then there's no true love or fraternity between two bodies. Not possible, right? The love will be based on something extraneous to each other because you're not of the same makeup. Right? My body knows its needs and cares for it. Now the reason why I'll care for you is as a means to an end. It gets me something in my life. It may not be a bad thing that it gets you, but the very fact that it is about what you get from it, from the fraternity, from the bond with another, that itself means it's not inherent, it's not essential, and if I don't get it, then there's nothing left to bond me with you. That's very powerful. Now, we're going to go and explain that this notion that we just said is really all of Judaism. Ooh, that's a pretty strong statement. Well, what's all of Judaism? Making your soul the primary thing in your life and your body and animal soul secondary at best, right? Secondary, not the primary concern in your life. Why is that all of Judaism? Well, famous statement by Hillel the Elder. A would-be convert came to Hillel and he said, "Teach me the entire Torah while I stand on one foot." Now, that's a pretty disrespectful statement for someone to make. Teach all of Judaism for standing on one foot, because how long can you stand on one foot, right? Make it quick. Make it quick. I'm not standing here on 2 feet that I can, I have the time. Make it quick. That's pretty disrespectful. But Hillel was a very righteous person, humble individual. He responded. That which is hateful to you, don't do to others. The rest is commentary. Go and learn it. There's only one mitzvah. This mitzvah, which by the way is a reference to Ahavas Yisrael, the loving of fellow Jew as yourself. Right? He switches the way he says it, but it's that idea. He says that's all of Judaism. How could that be all of Judaism? Right? Because the basis of all Judaism is what we just explained. that the soul should be dominant over the body. That I listen to my soul's need to connect to God, the soul's need to have a unity and a oneness with God, and through that fulfill God's mitzvahs. Through fulfilling God's mitzvahs and the study of Torah, we have that oneness, that unity. And the way you can do that is by making your soul primary and your body and animal soul and its nature and its agenda, its orientation, secondary. That's not what's important. Then that's what all, so think about it. You wake up in the morning and you have to go to study Torah. 7:05, we have Chassidus in the morning. And then we have prayer, 7:30. But I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Who's talking then? I want to sleep more. Now, sometimes maybe you need to sleep more. Otherwise, it won't be a good thing. But who's talking then? I need to sleep more. The body, animal soul. It's not your godly soul talking. It's not saying that. It's your body and animal soul talking. So if you're going to listen to it, hey, it's dictating your life. If you're going to, no. I have a responsibility, I have to go teach. I have a responsibility that I have to go learn. That's your divine soul talking. So what's happening there? In that conflict, you didn't give in to your bodily animal soul needs, and you've followed your soul. Same thing is, someone said something to you, hurt your feelings. Who got hurt? The animal soul got hurt. The godly soul can never get hurt. Can't hurt it. It's divine. There's nothing could touch it. You could imprison it. You could allow it not to have an effect, right, upon your conscious awareness. That can happen. You can't change it in any way. You can't, right? It's the prince in prison is still a prince, although he's not, he can't effectively be in his role, but he is nonetheless still the prince. So all of Judaism is really about, now you got triggered, I'm going to listen to my animal soul and the survival, that my head goes through and my thoughts and my feelings are engaged in, or am I going to listen to and follow my divine soul, arise above what just happened, not be affected by it, move forward, learn whatever I need to learn by what was said to me, right? Learn. Take something positive from it. Wow. So you see, every mitzvah is really allowing the divine soul to dictate my life. And that's what Hillel said. Don't do unto others that which you don't want to have done to you. He said it in the negative, but it's referring to the mitzvah of loving a fellow Jew as yourself. And that's all of Judaism, making the soul primary and the animal soul very much secondary. That's very powerful. And even to take it to a further level is that because of the soul, I can now be devoted not only to my soul being connected to God, but because the root source of my soul comes in a place that all Jewish souls are united, so that I can do the mitzvah for the sake of all of the Jewish souls, all the Jewish people, right? That's why when we the Rebbe came out with a campaign before the 6-Day War, put on tefillin, everybody, soldiers put on tefillin. Why? Because since we're all connected with each other, the mitzvah that I do will bring a value to another, to a soldier in the army. And my tefillin will help and protect that soldier. Wow. That's beautiful. That's powerful. Wow. Yeah. And so through that unity, then God will bless us because we're united, as we say at the end of the Amidah Shemon Esrei prayer, which we're learning in Rambam now, those laws. Bless us, our Father, all as one, with the light of your countenance. Wow. Any questions?
I have a question.
Please ask.
To going out from the survival mode.
Huh? Right?
Sometimes it's a reflex of the body to a mechanism of protection.
Of course. Very much a reflex.
So do we need to always remembering that we need to do unity with Hashem first and to go out from this survival mode?
So if we're, what are we doing over here is making ourselves aware, right? So when we are in survival mode, we're aware of that and we don't allow it to control us so much. Now, what Alter Rebbe explains over here is the perfectness of this divine service. We are not going to be so perfect in how we apply this. So what's going to happen is we're going to get triggered, but then we remember, oh, that's my animal soul talking. That's not the real me. I have something divine about me. I'm not going to allow that to control me. I have something better and greater, more sublime in me, and I want that to be my focus and my reality, the divine in me. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any questions here. I missed something. Any questions? Joy Lee, where is your question? I don't see it. Please try to put 2 question marks first. What if there's no Jews living by you? So, if someone isn't Jewish, you could use this in a way also of connecting to loved ones because, you're connected. You're connected to each other, right? So, someone who isn't Jewish can still try to apply this, making your soul primary. That's your true identity. Yeah, definitely. Everybody should try this. Yeah, the trick is to recognize when the animal soul is talking. So we think we said, no, right? Who's talking to me right now? Be honest about it. You got to do it in a calm moment, because if you're aggravated or you feel hurt and you're like ready to, it's going to be hard to be honest. Right? You gotta kind of justify your behavior then. Yeah. Okay, amazing. All right, folks. Beautiful. Thank you. We're going to do round bum now. Thanks.